George Kilpatrick Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people we feel good about. So glad that you could be a part of our conversation. This is the last Sunday in October, and I'm really pleased that we've been able to bring you the best in conversation. Early voting started today. Early voting started yesterday. Ha! I got you, right? It actually started yesterday. The polls are open today until about 5 o'clock. Anywhere in the county you want to vote, you can, no matter where you live. And there are several polling locations, certainly on the Board of Elections website. We've got a great show for you today. We're brought to you, of course, by the Oneida Indian Nation, owners of the Turning Stone Enterprises. They had a great job fair last week, and I hope that you were able to attend that job fair and make your voice heard, because there's tremendous opportunities with one of our leading partners. On the program today, I said today is your second opportunity to early vote. Well, we'll be talking with Gwen Moore. She is the president of the Syracuse Onondaga County chapter of the NAACP. They've got opportunities for you to get to your early voting place today and on Election Day. On Election Day, November 7th, a week from this Tuesday, it's Take Your Souls to the Polls. They're still looking for volunteers, but also if you need to get to the polls, we'll have that number for you a little bit later. Actually, I'll give it to you now, 315-440-6340. We'll talk about that. Syracuse legendary quarterback Don McPherson will be in the house. I had a chance to catch up with Don this week. He was the moderator for a panel on what we might say aspirational masculinity. He had a conference earlier this year at Syracuse University, and this is a follow-up conversation there was a follow-up conversation this week at Syracuse, sponsored by the New York State Office of Domestic Violence Prevention. So Don today is going to revisit a conversation we had about what he's exactly talking about and how masculinity is being redefined, and what does that mean, and how do we talk about it in a way that really lifts up the men in the room who we want to reach primarily. Don has a particular theory about that, and with all due respect to the women in the work who've been doing this for many years, he has a particular point of view that you will want to hear about how we engage men in the work to bring together healthier versions of masculinity. He calls it aspirational masculinity. Of course, we'll hear from Gwen Mork a little bit later on as well. Lisa Alford will be in the second hour. ACR Health is, of course, the leading provider of services for those who are dealing with, as Lisa says, a complicated or a compilation. Well, I forgot the word that she used, but anyway, of course, they're the primary agency serving those with HIV and AIDS, but other health conditions they've expanded. That's why they call themselves ACR Health. They've got a fundraiser coming up on November the 9th. They are hoping you attend. It's their mocktail event. Every cocktail that they'll make is non-alcoholic and is to help to expand the health services that they are providing. Tracy Conyer-Lee is playing Lady Day at the Emerson Bar and Grill. That's at Syracuse Stage. We'll talk to her about that role, which is playing now today, a couple of performances today on Sunday, but it's also playing now until November the 5th. So you have one more week to see Lady Day at the Emerson Bar and Grill at Syracuse Stage. Tracy will be in to talk about the role, talk about her role herself as an artist, and why she's doing the work that she do, and a really, I want to say a very interesting way that she auditioned and the help she believes she got when she first played this role. She says that this is about the 7th time that she's played this role. And we'll get an update, at least from Syracuse Community Health, on their plans to relocate on the South Side. Now, is it really the South Side? Because it's really downtown, but they're moving on the other side of the tracks, literally across the street. But is that now South Side? Anyway, Keith Cutler will be in to talk about those expansion plans. I had a tour earlier this summer, and we'll bring you that conversation. It's a spectacular space. Go to our YouTube page and you can see what I'm talking about. All right. But having said all of that, before we do any of that, Vicki Bracken says there's a revolution happening in Central New York. It's time to check your money.